Hey there, this is Kurtron, and this is your Bourbon Boy Advent Tasting Podcast. We pulled together some of our favorite picks to share with you as we count down to this year's Christmas. We hope you get a chance to taste some of these great bourbons as you enjoy this holiday season. Bourbon on.
Why don't we get started? Let's do the Jefferson's Ocean Aged at Sea. We'll start with the beach.
I think that's a good place to start, right?
Yep. So I came across this one. We've all seen it, and the curiosity behind this is it is a blend of 60 bourbons. So we are not going to be able to get a mash bill off of this bad boy. It's a 90 proof. It is a blend of 6 to 8 year old bourbon. So this should be pretty smooth. And with the blend, and not getting a mash bill, we're going to get all sorts of flavors. So in this one, you might get caramel, you might get brown sugar, vanilla. Sometimes they say you'll get on the fruity side some of the darker fruits, the cherries and the berries, all the way to citrus and orange zest and oak. So I think the only thing you're not going to get is salt. I think everything else is covered on this flavor. But it's an $85 to $130 bottle wherever you can find it. And the story behind this one is they take these bourbons, blend them together, and they throw them in an oak cask, and they send them out to sea. Yeah. And they're on a shipping container. And the one we're trying today is Voyage number 17. And Voyage number 17 was out at sea for about 6 years. And it crossed the equator 4 times. It visited 30 ports. And the idea with being out at sea is that the motion of the ocean gets the bourbon sloshing around in the barrel. And you go through all these temperature changes. And you go through... they say the salty air and the sea air and all that goodness is you can taste it in the bourbon itself, but it's constantly in motion. This is not a bourbon that's sitting in a warehouse. So yep. It's kind of interesting that they've done this, and it's these guys we're going to learn today about Jefferson's being more of an innovative distiller.
Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting. I think the whole idea around the ocean thing started when I think it's the owner, Trey, of Jefferson, his 40th birthday. He has a friend that I guess is a big shark researcher and had a research vessel, and they were out on the ship, and he noticed how his bottle of bourbon was kind of sloshing around in the bottle, and that's where they came up with the idea to do this.
That's awesome. Cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's very cool.
And then I think since then they've expanded it, and obviously... lots of nautical miles later, they've got something that people really, really, really like. It is interesting. I think I'd read an article about Trey, and I think it was Entrepreneur Magazine or something, but he basically described himself as a heretic and doing different things. And you think about the kind of the traditions of bourbon. I think a lot of people would look at something like this and say, it's kind of a gimmicky. Yeah. But when you taste it, it tastes like damn good bourbon.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I think so. I'm just going to put this out there to all of you who give me a hard time about not drinking my bourbon neat all the time. It does say, all you need is a little rubber duck, a leaded rock glass, and an ice cube or two, and enjoy. So there you go.
Well, the story of the rubber duck.
It's okay to drink on the rocks.
Wow.
They have a little tag on the bottle. It's called the ship's log. Yep. And so they talk about how on this particular voyage number 17, they came across the remnants of a cargo ship. They were off the shore of Asia and like in the Pacific Rim, and they noticed on the horizon there was all these little yellow dots, and as they got closer, there was tens of thousands of rubber duckies that were floating in the ocean because a cargo ship had flipped in a storm and lost its cargo, and its cargo was like hundreds of thousands of rubber duckies.
They're everywhere. Gives a whole new meaning to going to the fair and picking a duck.
Yeah, so they were everywhere. But when I first heard about this, I thought it was a novelty.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's kind of cool. It's different, and they say you're going to taste the ocean. Like, I don't want to taste the ocean in bourbon, but I think it's just that idea. It's a romanticized, a journey that's now commercialized. I mean, the experiment has turned into the demand is there, and people are like, I want to try that.
Yeah.
And so it's different.
I mean, it is funny because the same, like when I heard how this was made, in my own head, I'm just like, okay, they have to have thought of a way to mechanicalize that, right? If that's even a word. But like, you envision like this rack system in a warehouse somewhere that's like activated
Just
based on
shifting
exactly
back and forth, splashing some salt water.
Exactly, yeah. With various ranges of humidity and
like a Disney
temperature.
ride.
Yeah, right, exactly.
A rodeo bowl, like a mechanical bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
Just put a barrel in that thing.
Oh, so talk more about that.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Make a mechanical barrel.
Trey, if you're listening, it's the bull riding version,
Okay.
Jefferson's Reserve bull riding
Just
edition.
I think
bull
Derek
riding barrel.
captured it, though. There's the romantic quality to all of
Yes.
this.
Yeah.
There it is, yeah.
I'm not sure the mechanical bull.
Say more about the boat. I mean, is this like a vessel that's just full of bourbon that somebody's just steering around, or are they like,
No, I think that
Hey, let's go over there.
turn? Why? I don't know.
Because there's waves.
we were told. No, it's I think they're muling it.
Okay.
So it's on an existing ship. So it runs into the same challenges that the any cargo ship's going to have coming in and out of port, going through all the different storms.
Okay.
So it is part of where are you guys going? Why are you going there? Can you take these 100 barrels and just kind of
Can me and my friends ride?
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
We'll pick up gas.
But I mean, I think I actually really enjoy this. Like, I mean, to your point about the flavor.
Yeah.
What
do you smell? What do you get on the nose?
Well, I do smell vanilla up front. Like, I do smell a little bit of sweetness in it. But the taste is, I think the taste has a mix. Like, I do taste a little bit of the caramel. I almost have a little smoke in there as well. But what I like about it is I like the lingering like taste on the palate, and to me it lives longer after the taste. So
I get a little bit of the citrus on the nose. I'm getting more of like an orange. Like when they say orange zest, I was like, I can pick up a little bit of that.
Yep.
What about the taste? What do you guys? What's your first taste?
Kind of indistinguishable.
Yeah.
I mean,
Does
I
it
think I
taste
get
like
some
60
of the
bourbons?
It could be 60 bourbons. I think I'm getting a little bit of the oak.
Yeah.
A little bit of the oak. The wood.
Definitely earthy flavors. So,
Yep.
yeah, it's good. It's really good, though.
I actually like it. It's
very nice.
I like it, but nothing. Like I said, nothing from the taste is really jumping out.
Yeah. I think it's impressive how they did it, and I applaud them for their innovation. And as you think about what it takes to move something around the world like that, like that's an under. To me, it's like an underrepresented, I guess, part of the industry when you think about how much goes into just moving product and traveling that far by ship.
Yeah. Well, I think the other piece of it is just, we've talked about bourbon and everything has their tradition. I mean, what a fun story to tell. Like when you see somebody at Jefferson's Ocean and, knowing the ship log behind it, the way they play that up on the bottle. So it says clearly on the bottleneck, hey, this is voyage 17.
Yeah.
So I think it's good. Like I said, there's really no distinct flavor to me.
Yeah.
But it's good, very smooth, good finish. Like Kurt, you were talking about the finish. So I like it. I would definitely recommend it. But I like the fact that they're really, number one, carving out a unique place, and the story behind it is a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, as marketers, I think we probably all feel that they've done a really, really good job of doing something new and different.
Yeah. It's a unique story.
Yeah, it really is. So.
From all of us Bourbon Boys, we want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Bourbon on.